Oh, I touched you.
I'm on the air.
I don't care.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just shit.
I want to see shit.
What? No. Alright, I gotta.
Hey, Shannon. Can you hear me? Shannon? Oh, but I got this turned up. Shannon? Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's my girl.
Looks like
Oh, nobody's able to hear me. Shit. Hello?
By the way, Mom, I don't change any YouTube plans.
I
can make you one.
Mama Beth.
Hey, doll baby. Can you hear me?
Love. Let me turn my stuff up. Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know if these speakers, if this headset will work right or not. So I need to try it out just to see if you can hear me. Can you hear me, hon? Shannon? Damn it, I'm taking these things out. Shannon? Hello? Oh, crap. What have I done? Shit. Oh. I'm an idiot. Shannon? All right. It's going. Hello? What am I doing? Oh. Dropping everything. Hey, honey, can you hear me? At all? Anybody? Hello?
Yeah. I can hear you, Mama Beth.
Cussing because nobody's answering you, little shit. You did that on purpose.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't. Hey, Teresa Nippy. Izzy. Teresa, my love. I know I actually had my headphones in and I'm like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And then I was like, duh, I have my headphones plugged up. Sorry.
Well, my headphones have a mic. Whoa, I am loud.
Yeah, mine do too. Mine do too. But I was, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you exactly what I was doing. And I'm not bringing up drama, but it's so funny. I was listening to Pam and Mama Bear on the phone with each other. Oh, Jesus. I was laughing so hard. It was like 8 o'clock.
Oh, when I saw the clip where she said, why am I echoing?
Did you? I was laughing so hard. It was like, oh no, that's me. You gotta mute.
I've muted.
YouTube.
I did.
Iridium, get up here, girl. The other roving reporter that we're going to have. Right, Izzy? I mean, I don't want to bring up drama, but I'm sorry. It's so funny. I can't. I mean, I just howled and laughed. Oh, I loved it. It was like my favorite thing. I've had a day from hell. My phone won't charge, so I think it's blowed up.
Oh no.
I've got allergies. The power went out for 2.5 hours.
Oh my Lord.
Today, and when we got the power back, then the cable went out. Some idiot tried to, you know, I guess run through a pole. So when they fixed one thing, then they had to fix the other. So then I thought that I did not have internet or cable. Well, no, I take that back. I had internet, and I thought that's weird because my damn internet is horrible. But I have internet and no TV. Well, I had put it on the wrong channel. I sat there for 2 hours thinking I didn't have cable, and I did.
Oh my God.
I know it's been a day.
Oh,
it's been a day. So we're gonna cap it off. But hey, these aren't big problems. So, you know, we're gonna cap it off with a fun chat about our favorite classic music, movie actors, eras we like, because I like them all, I ain't gonna lie. And I thought we would one by up here that maybe you've never. You missed him on the phone.
Are you?
Oh, no, it was earlier this afternoon. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just don't know if the echo is coming from me having this headset on, or because these are not.
You're not echoing to us.
Okay.
We can't hear an echo.
All right.
Hey, Iridium, my love.
I think this is a great idea. I love that you're doing this.
Yeah, we're just gonna have fun. I mean, I also,
hey, Tree.
you know, other than I'm gonna go look for movies on YouTube, and there are a lot of free movies.
Yeah.
Like I watched Rebecca. Oh,
that's a good one.
Rebecca.
You didn't ask her for that, didn't you?
And then there's Irene Dunn. I love Irene Dunn and Cary Grant. So what?
Oh, I was just saying, I love to turn on Turner Classic Movies and just let it run, and I'll see the same thing sometimes over and over again.
That's what I do. And then when I want to see another one, we have on demand. So I'll just like this. Let's see. The other day, who was it? It wasn't. Oh, it was Rosalind Russell Day.
Oh,
was it Rosalind Russell Day? Wait a minute, I might be lying. Was it Wallace Berry? Anyway, don't know. They had China Seas on with Wallace Berry, Rosalind Russell, Jean Harlow, and Clark Gable.
Oh, that's the best.
Oh, isn't it? Because we were just talking last week about Rosalind Russell being such a, you know, when she first started out, she was just like a character actress, but you couldn't contain her.
Just such,
you know, especially in she was amazing. Amazing. Film she was in. With China Seas, not so much, because you can't upstage Jean Harlow.
No.
And her role, in Rosalind Russell's role in that is like a prim, proper, you know, woman, and Jean Harlow was basically a prostitute, which she played a lot, but I mean, she did it well. So what are you gonna, Kim Beerley?
Hi, Kim Beerley. Have you ever noticed that the people who get cast over and over in these same, like, some are swashbuckling, some are romantic comedies, you know, or just funny movies, whatever, in the same genre, they end up sticking to that character. And I like Rosalind Russell because she changed it up. You know, the bad guys and the hookers are the old standard if you want to get noticed.
Yes.
And
she really did.
Yeah. She was beautiful.
And Iridium didn't know that Rosalind Russell was in Auntie Mame.
Yeah.
One of my favorite. Yeah, she said, "That's Rosalind Russell." Yes, that's Rosalind Russell. Iridium is learning very. You know, we're gonna teach her.
I did best of Auntie Mame. Now, a lot of people can't.
Hey, Steve. I'm sorry, say it again.
I said I really loved how she was in Auntie Mame, and I love her version the best. Her voice is so much better than who did it? Ethel Merman. Her voice is just fantastic.
Lucille Ball did one.
Yeah, she did the later one with
I consider that.
Think of it, Dorothy. What plays that character?
Yeah, musical. I'm not a big musical fan. I mean, I like a few of them, but like with Philadelphia, so was it the one with Frank Sinatra and yeah, that, you know, I didn't like that.
Society.
Give me the original.
Yeah.
Give me the original, no music. But I do like Rosalind Russell and Gypsy.
Yeah,
oddly enough,
my favorite playing the lead. You know, when it's just Lucille Ball took a different spin on it a little bit, and her voice isn't as good. You know, she's a great actress, but she don't have the voice for it. Yeah, B. Arthur. That's
Scarlett. You went to her childhood home, Scarlett. I've very jealous. Hello, Steve. I read Rosalind Russell's biography, Life's a Banquet, and she never took herself either. She was an amazing woman. You know, she had horrible rheumatoid arthritis, and then eventually got cancer. So the rest of her, in fact, in her autobiography, her husband had to finish it.
Oh,
It,
wow.
you know, it stopped. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's all.
But she's pretty brilliant. She even, you know, because Gypsy was a play. I'm not Gypsy. Auntie Mame was a play.
Yeah.
And so when they decided they were going to make it a movie, she and the another guy kind of co-wrote the screenplay because she had played it on Broadway, and there was, you know, that's why I think in every scene in Mame it kind of frames out, you know, with her in the spotlight, and that's very Broadway.
Very much.
Oh, here comes Mr. 681. Iridium, where are you, darling?
Is it movie night?
It is movie
We're
night.
gonna do Smokey and the Bandit.
We're not going to talk about Smokey and the Bandit. No, we're not.
Can you hear me?
He's been waiting on movie night all week just to say that.
I'll have to mute myself because
Well, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
We
We're not
always
going to
talk
do
about
it.
Good stuff.
I know. Well, we're nasty stuff first. Yeah. All right. Look, I'm going to mute myself really quick. Y'all talk about yourself. I have to help my mom.
She does.
Oh, there y'all heard Mama
Yes.
681.
Yes, she
Good.
does.
That was Mama 681. All right, I'm gonna mute my. Hold on. I think I'm gonna mute myself. All right, y'all talk about it. Be nice. If you're not, I'm gonna be back.
always.
Hold on. Find the mute. I'm gonna mute because I don't want my husband to get on here.
I'll take over movie night.
You want to take over a movie night? All right. Well, you can do that. Oh crap! Come on. Oh, there.
I think she did it. Can you hear me?
Now I'm hearing myself too clearly. I don't know if I have no idea whether the speakers are not working or wait a minute. Okay. See, I've got my YouTube muted.
Yeah. Can you hear me at all?
It's repeating.
Okay. Thanks, Teresa.
Why am I playing back myself?
Uh-oh. Can y'all hear her too?
Live through my laptop, my mic, and I don't think my headphones are working right. Let me switch this out. I
I
apologize.
wonder if Shannon muted her too when she left.
See, it's still doing this.
I don't think she can hear me. Oh, Scarlett, did you see the original? Wasn't Haley Mills in the yeah, Pollyanna. I like Pollyanna. You know what I loved about Pollyanna? The cakes that they made for the big festival. That's so weird. I think we can't hear each other though.
All right, this is nuts.
I think she can't hear me. Those 3-layer cakes in Pollyanna in the I guess it was a Disney movie. I love those.
Okay.
Growing up, growing up, we only had 2-layer when we got a cake. It was only 2-layer, and I always thought, I wish I had a 3-layer cake like Pollyanna had. Oh. I love that. That movie was great. And that wasn't Haley Mills in the didn't she do the original Freaky Friday with Maureen O'Hara and oh god, who was the father? Did he play the father on Family Affair too? What was his name? I have to Google it. Yeah, the costumes were great. It wasn't. What movie am I thinking of? Hi, Amanda. How are you doing? What movie am I thinking of? It's not Freaky Friday. What's the movie I'm thinking of that had Haley Mills playing Parent Trap? Teresa got it. Yes, Parent Trap. That was a great movie. I love the costumes in that too. I think that was in the 50s. Was that a 50s movie? Oh, hey, Brian Keith, Teresa, you point to Teresa again. Yes, Maureen O'Hara and Brian Keith. And of course, the wicked potential stepmother who was going to send them both away to boarding school. Yeah, they lived in, I think well, the father lived in California. I don't remember where Maureen O'Hara lived. Was it in Boston?
Why is this not working?
They went, we can't. Okay. Let me tell her. Can't hear each other. Oh, you did go to boarding school? Was it not as bad as what
Okay, I
that
think
mean
this
lady
works.
had planned?
I'm
for her?
back.
Oh, hi.
Sorry, I had
hear
to
me?
go in there real quick. I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Everybody
Sorry
can
about
hear
that.
us, right? Everybody say yes. And my chat's always so far behind. Oh my God.
Well, that other headset,
Scarlett,
something's
you
wrong
in
with it.
school with nuns? It might yours. Mine? Probably mine.
I don't know. I can't hear myself in the headphones, but I hear you all. And I've got it muted on YouTube, so I don't know what's going on.
Mine. We can hear you fine. We can hear you loud and clear.
Good.
Huh.
Oh, Teresa, you got a full head of trivia, right? My gosh, wouldn't it be fun? Mills, hey, to do a trivia night?
Oh, that would be fantastic.
That's a
Wouldn't
great idea.
it?
Yes.
All right, well,
I
that's
love
Teresa,
trivia.
that's your idea. Well, I'm just on it. That would be so. I'll say it right now. I stole that from Teresa. Teresa, I stole it.
And it's on a stream. The proof's on a stream. Staying up.
That's right.
Quit
I'm
thieving.
sorry.
Y'all quit thieving.
I'm thieving it.
Sam's a
I
thiever.
am. I did it. There you go. Mine.
Start some
There you are.
truthing and confessing.
Really? There you go.
Oh, Teresa,
All right,
nobody
so-
plays with you? She says
Teresa,
nobody will play
Mama
with you. Is that
Beth.
because you win all the time, Teresa? Oh, no. Nobody will play with you? Oh, no.
Aw. My daughter ran a trivia night on Wednesdays years ago, and she would call me and FaceTime me during it. And she'd be like, they don't know even the littlest things because she's been subject.
Oh, Teresa, is there really a Trivial Pursuit silver screen? I did not. If I'd have known, I will have it. I'm gonna have. Well, Teresa, I'm stealing your idea, and I'm gonna make millions of
And your
dollars on
game.
it. And yeah, I'm stealing your game, your idea. I'm stealing it all. It's mine, mine, mine.
Your channel name.
Maybe
Yeah,
you could,
everything.
maybe you could hold it up and say $500, and you get your movie night back.
Yeah.
500
Oh,
nights,
all-
500 dimes, or the Mike's mouth.
Right. All right. So, Mama Beth, what are your? Can you narrow down your top 5 favorite classic films?
Oh yeah, number one
Okay.
is my favorite of all time is a movie with Betty Davis in it. In fact, I have my Betty Davis shirt on now. Now Voyager with Paul Henry
yeah.
and Claude Rains. That is my number
Yes.
one. Number two would probably have to be American in Paris. I love Gene Kelly
okay.
and Fred Astaire. I love old dancing movies, musicals. But American in Paris and then Gone with the Wind, of course, would have to be in my top 3 or top 5. Then I would be hard pressed to choose, but I think that well, I don't know. I like Tennessee Williams anyway, but Streetcar Named Desire has to be on there as well. That's, I mean, who hasn't had a boyfriend or something go down on an ego, Stella, making fun of the movie?
Right. Every time I see Stella, I go, Stella, or.
Right. Absolutely. I used to have a babysitter that
All
lived
right, go
across the
ahead.
street.
All right, Streetcar Named Desire.
And then probably it would be one of the horror classics, Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds, or even the Agatha Christie remake, the original, not the latest one, Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah. And you know, the birds, you can watch the birds free on YouTube.
Awesome.
If
But
y'all
it's one
didn't
thing
know
with those.
that and you've never seen the birds, go watch the birds because you can watch it free on YouTube.
Be careful when you
And
sign on to those. They lure people in sometimes, and it's got like just the clip of the beginning, and then you have all this advertising, and you keep waiting for it to end, but it
I
doesn't.
usually check it. I usually like go through randomly though. So
Mhm.
that one, there was the one I could put the link to the one I found. I check it. In fact, I watched like probably 45 minutes of it the other day when I had no time to spare and needed to do things here. I was watching that.
I love
A really
you can do anything. Listen.
Lion in Winter is a very good, almost
I loved
flawless
it.
film.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Catherine Hepburn, she is my girl. I mean, I named my daughter Catherine with an A. I spelled it the same way she does. She spells it differently.
Yeah.
That's my girl. I love anything she did. Well, some of the things, early stuff I don't, but whatever. And Lion in Winter, and that entire cast. And right now, I'm trying to think of everyone I know. I mean, I can, you know, Peter O'Toole, and we have Catherine, and then the boys, the sons, and I know Anthony Hopkins was one of them,
Mhm.
but that was
He was. I
probably,
forgot.
if you don't know a lot of shape, well, I mean, it was almost a flawless film from start to finish. Amazing. That was an amazing film. That's probably not in my top 10 either. Well, maybe it is now. Hell, I don't know.
The dialogue
mean,
is so perfect. The dialogue is
yeah.
oh,
It was just this, and you named Streetcar Named Desire.
yeah.
I think, and I'm not a big Marlon Brando
Marlon.
fan, but I believe that Vivian Lee probably gave another flawless. It was flawless.
Mhm.
Her you never oh my God, that movie was so good. Tennessee Williams, you know, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. We could name off all of his plays and all that, and which I don't know if it's unfortunate when those movies were made of his plays. You know, they were made in a time where you couldn't now.
Right.
So everything was implied, and I always say this: things that are implied are stick with me more than things that just run across the screen.
Mhm. I agree.
You know,
We all internalize it.
yeah, I mean, it's almost like when you read a book, you
Mhm.
know, and you read a book and then they make a movie and you're like, oh, that's not how I saw it. The way you see it's always better
Mhm.
than the way they show it. You know what I'm saying? So when things are implied, they mean more to you because it's they gave movie audiences a little credit back then,
Mhm.
that we could figure it out. Hectic Bean, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is my 100% favorite movie of all times. Now that you mention it, absolutely my favorite movie. Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn, well, her niece was in that movie as well. That was her daughter, and Sidney Poitier, and the little guy that plays the priest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. He gave.
that's
They did it so well. There's not really you could pick it apart. They handled that subject matter, the whole racial issue, the tensions that sometimes ride, and what is racism. You know, we've been talking about this for how long? What is truly racism, and what's lack of intelligence about that subject? And I think in that movie we see just where the tensions are and how to open up and not go with the stereotypes or whatever. They were just people, and you learn that by the end of the movie. And I think it changes your mind about a lot of things.
Scarlet, Poppy Phoenix, the Callowleys are in bloom again from Stage Door. She said she never liked Katharine Hepburn, never can do a great impression of her. And that's in Stage Door, which is that's got Lucille Ball, Eve Arden, Ginger Rogers, Katharine Hepburn, of course. Another
Okay, I'm
and that
about
Adolphe Menjou, Gail Patrick. That's a really good film. That's probably one of my top tens. Stage Door.
I love Stage Door.
Oh, Iridium, right?
It was great.
I love. There's nothing I don't love about that film.
Yeah.
Hold on, I lost my train of thought. I looked at my bottle of lotion and lost my train of thought, people. All right, so Iridium, your top fives. Give us your top fives.
My top five?
No, I do not, Mr. 681. Want your top fives?
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smoking the Bandit and
No,
Blues
that's not one
Brothers.
of mine. Oh.
Cannonball Run.
All About Eve
Yes.
is my top. God, it's so hard to pick. And also, I used to think before I started listening
It's
to you that I had seen a lot of old movies, but I don't think I have. In comparison, I've seen some obscure ones. I saw. Well, okay. Favorites. All About Eve. How
Yes.
how old are we talking? What's my cutoff?
It
Like
does.
year
You know
wise?
what? No, top five. Top five. That does it. You could top your top five. Any era, anytime, any language.
Oh, of
Pornos from
any
to
movie?
whatever you want. What is your top five?
My top 5 movies of all time? Well, All About Eve still is in there.
Yeah.
Oh god. Uh,
It's hard. It's hard.
oh, well, probably some of them are newer movies. I loved Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's fine.
I loved The Fifth Element when that came out too.
I
Now
don't even know what that is.
you don't know The Fifth Element?
I don't. Oh my
Classic.
God.
Oh
Was
god.
City Portier in it?
No, it was Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis.
All right, I will watch it.
I've pulled us out of old Hollywood. And then if I say The Fifth Element, I also have to talk about a Christmas classic that we watch at our house every year for Christmas, Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie, if you didn't know.
It is.
It is.
No,
we love
it is.
Die Hard. We watch it every Christmas, Die Hard. And of course, A Christmas Story.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was Yippee-ki-yay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I love that movie.
I
It's a
know,
great
right?
movie.
That's when he
and
was
then-
just sexy.
He still is, isn't he? Yes, A Christmas
Well, I
Story.
haven't seen him around much. I mean, I'm sure he is wherever he is. I'm sure he's being.
He's
I'm
got-
sure right now he's laying around somewhere being sexy.
He's busy. He's got a new young wife. They have a baby, don't they? They have a little kid now.
Oh, good Jesus!
Yes, he's still
These old farts
virile.
and their wives.
He's still virile. Well, Demi
They
Moore went
all
nuts
are.
on him. She went bonkers and started. She huffed whipped cream or something.
Right? She
went crazy.
I cannot stand her.
Oh, Demi Moore. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Hectic Beans are Hectic Beanie. Gone with the Wind.
Oh yeah,
Cleopatra.
yeah. I can't pick
Guess
five.
who's coming to dinner? The Out of Towners.
What about
look, Betty? Go
The
ahead.
Private Life of Henry VIII with Charles Laughton as Henry VIII?
Very good one.
Yeah.
Charles, I love him. I loved him in Witness.
What? What movie?
Witness for the Prosecution.
I
You
didn't
never
see
seen
it.
that? Oh,
No, I didn't see it.
that is that's got Marlena Dietrich in it. Tyrone Power, Charles Lawton, his wife. Oh hell, I can't believe I can't remember her name.
Yeah, the birds.
Oh come on, that is a good movie.
I haven't seen
Frank
it.
Sinatra Loves the Birds. Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta see that. Because I mean, that is a Darling for Murder. Witness for the Prosecution is one of those that comes at you and you think you know what's gonna happen, and you do not at all.
I'll have to watch it.
It's a really good
Vertigo.
film.
I loved
Strangers on a
Vertigo.
Train. Oh, Vertigo. Look, I don't even know if Alfred Hitchcock could. I'm trying to think. Well, I think like, wait a minute, did he do Charade? Is that him?
I
Did
didn't
he
see.
direct? I can't remember if he direct. It's Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant, but I don't know if he did it. Speaking of Audrey Hepburn, no one has said Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I didn't like Breakfast at Tiffany's.
You didn't? What
No.
about Mama Beth? Did you like it? Oh, where's our Mama Beth?
Her dog was barking.
Oh, okay. Well, that's when she comes back.
Mildred Pierce was great.
Oh, you don't see. I like Breakfast
I
at
didn't
Tiffany's.
get it. Were they both prostitutes? It was confusing to me. For
Well,
some
he,
reason.
well, yeah, basically, yeah. He was kind of on loan, I mean, to that woman, and he was, I guess you'd call him an escort, right? But for that one particular person, and then at the end, when her husband shows up, who was an old, older,
Right.
I mean, it's very like, what?
Yeah.
Who wrote that? Did Tennessee Williams write that? Who is calling my goddamn house on my damn line? Mildred Pierce. Teresa, we're going to talk about that.
I loved Mildred Pierce.
Mildred,
Yeah.
all right.
Scarlett, did you see I keep asking about the remake. Did you happen to see the remake that was the 3-parter with Kate Winslet? I like that. I love the original, of course. Had Joan Crawford in it. But I thought the remake was interesting. I never read the book, and the remake is supposed to be more like the book, and I thought they just got the clothes and the all the little accessories and sort of the look of everything. I thought it was really, really well done.
My dream. I mean, I hope that when we die, we find out that we can like travel in time, because I would go so back to the 1940s, 1950s. I would do it in Hollywood, and then I would like to go right on through, back. Well, I don't know. I'd probably catch a damn disease. Oh no, Mama Beth.
I know, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
All right, Mama Beth. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Your opinion?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I was trying to use my headset though, and I've got two here, and neither one works right. Breakfast at Tiffany's is my daughter and my favorite. And when she was about 12, I guess was when we started watching it. And I have a bracelet that looks like hers in the movie, except for mine has a heart lock. And we gave my daughter one Christmas before last. So that's really special in our house. That's we do things like that though. I have to mention David Bowie in Labyrinth. Oh, I was had a huge crush.
Okay.
He was awful looking in
Yes.
that, but yeah, that's another one. And then I wanted to say also that if I've downloaded a movie the other day, what was the name of it? Shit. It's an old classic, Betty Davis, Another Man's Poison. And then I bought the Three Little Foxes, or the Little Foxes. And that's
Little Foxes.
I had to buy it. I think I bought it on that. It's great.
Oh, that is such a good film.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we love her.
Poppy, you might need to come up here. I think Poppy and Hectic are killing it out here.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here talking.
Barefoot in the Park. I love that film.
See, now,
I love that film, Barefoot in the Park. That is so cute.
That didn't strike a chord with me as much as some of the other films that I've watched. I think it's just a distaste for Jane Fonda, frankly.
Yeah, and she's
She's playing a new.
Yeah, see, that's the way I am about. That's exactly the way I am about Marlon Brando. I do not like him as a person, and so I don't like his films, except for and the Orson Welles the same way. I don't get Citizen Kane. I think it's the dumbest film ever made. I'm sorry if people don't like me. I don't get it.
We
I
need to-
understand that it was about, William Randolph Hearst and Marion Davies. I get it.
Mhm.
But I don't like Orson Welles. I don't like him. I didn't like him with Rita Hayworth, who was his wife, when he cut all her hair off
Yeah.
and had who was that in there? I don't like that one.
Frank Sinatra.
I just don't.
Jane Fonda is still hot because she made a deal with the devil.
Um,
She looks like that. No, I'm like,
right?
80? She's 80 years old. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's something. Yeah, I mean, she's like, I think she sleeps in formaldehyde or something.
Yeah, it's a deal with the devil, I'm telling you, because she didn't have a great
It
movie.
is. It is. You're right. It is.
Yeah.
Teresa, I just watched a Bogart film today because it's Peter Lorre Day, and I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, I'm a big Bogart fan too. Until we get to like, let me see. I mean, I love him with his wife. We all know, we all love her,
Mhm.
Laura McCall.
Yes.
But there was one movie. What is it? Oh God, I can't think of the name of it now. It's the one that if you had to tell somebody what it was about, you couldn't. It's about nothing.
Which movie is
I'm gonna
that?
have to look that up. It's let me think. It's not Dark Passage. It's not Key Largo. It's I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up because even people who love movies, when this movie comes on, like it's on Turner Classic, The Big Sleep. Is that it?
I think. I don't
It's
know.
about, we don't know what it's about. It is a rambling thing of him chasing somebody. I don't know who. It has no point. Doesn't mean it wasn't. They didn't do wonderful in it. I believe them not doing anything in that movie. But yeah, that's and then even with Betty Davis at the end of Betty Davis's career, it was about when she was about 40 or 50, I guess, age-wise. She did a movie called The Star, where she was a star who had become broke. Oh God, it had Natalie Wood played her daughter in it.
I know what
It
you're
was
talking about.
so bad. It was
Crazy.
so
We all
bad.
have-
And then everybody, people that didn't even know or like good film, old films. I think when Feud came on,
Yes.
on FX,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, everybody was like, because they like Ryan Murphy, who writes, directs, stars, casts, does cost. I don't know, he does everything. They like him. They like sorry, my sinuses.
All right.
They like American Horror Story, or when he did the OJ trial.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, well, let's watch this movie or this series." That was the best series.
It was.
I loved that series. Jessica Lange
Oh, I love
could
her.
play Batman, and I would be like, "Yes, Jessica Lange is Batman. I'm going to see it." Susan Sarandon, I wasn't a big fan of, but I never saw Susan Sarandon when I watched the show. I saw Betty Davis.
Yeah, that's what a great
Just
actor.
like I saw, Joan Crawford. You've been moved. Benny Barbarino, Frank Sinatra. That was not a film. That was a character on Welcome Back, Carter. But thank you for your opinion, and we value Benny Barbarino.
The hair.
Yes.
The hair.
There. Yeah. Now, if you mean, what was the movie? What's the movie? The dance movie? Why can't I think of it?
I have no idea. I'm lost.
Saturday Night Fever. If you mean Saturday Night Fever, we agree. That was my cat just fell out of my chair. So,
Oh, Lord.
yes, Laura Dern is Diane Ladd's daughter, and isn't she beautiful?
She
I
is.
didn't know she had any kids.
Laura Dern?
No, Diane.
I mean Diane Ladd. I'm sorry. Yeah, Diane Ladd. Laura. Her dad.
What?
The other darn
I'm
guy.
thinking of someone else.
I'm trying to think of his name and I can't.
I'm thinking of someone else.
Bruce Stern. There you go.
Yeah.
Oops.
You know,
No.
Bruce Stern.
that one that's
Yes.
important. Elizabeth
Oh.
Taylor, the giant.
No, I was thinking
I
of
didn't
the I was thinking of the woman who played Tony Maddox in the movie they did where Ben Affleck
Oh.
played George Reeves. That's what I was thinking of. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
wait a minute. That's Diane.
Yeah, I got it.
I like her too. I love that movie.
Somebody in chat's gonna know. That was a great movie.
Somebody's gonna know. It's Diane.
Diane Lane. Thank you, Teresa. She
There
got
you
it.
go. Teresa is on fire right
She
now.
is.
Teresa's got out. She's doing like the whole, yeah, like we're giving her trivia questions. She's like, bam,
She's good.
bam.
You know, so
I like The Burbs, Kimberly. That was a cute movie.
Kimberly, I did like that movie, even if Corey Feldman was in it.
what is the deal with
Even though Corey Feldman.
did you say Goonies? Goonies?
The Goonies is a great film.
I love that. And
I remember.
we watch it over and over. You know, that's one of the ones.
Yes.
And Giant.
The Goonies is a wonderful film.
I love
I mean,
the Goonies.
my daughter is 32. I'm 50, and I think we watched it together, like both different reasons.
Aw.
Yeah, I know. So, and then Home Alone. Look, my kid ate any kind of pizza you put in front of her. She watched Home Alone,
Mhm.
and she was 3 or 4 or 5, somewhere like that. And from that moment on, she has only had cheese pizzas. Hand to God.
Oh my Lord.
Is only, and she is 32 years old, and to this day orders just cheese pizzas.
Oh.
No, I mean, it just, I don't understand it. But every time she does, we were at the beach, you know, a couple weeks ago, about a month or so ago, and when she calls in a pizza order, I just smile because I remember us sitting on the sofa watching Home Alone 17 times, and her starting then with green. I mean, you know, with the cheese pizza. It
Oh,
kills me.
oh, somebody asked
Julie, no. Julie told me, all right, I gotta say, hello, Julie. Julie, you know, I was telling her, I hate to break you with my family stories, but my house flooded while I was at the beach, my basement. And my mother, you know, was here, and my daughter, my 23-year-old daughter. And I was getting phone calls left and right. All I wanted to do was go have some crab legs. And I'm getting phone calls going, there's 4 inches of water, you know, 4 inches of water in the basement. I am in South Carolina. My house is in Virginia. And so when I came back I had to deal with that. We had to, you don't even want to know. Then the electrical outlets down there shorted out.
Holy crap.
Okay. So, yeah, I know. Right. And so then, all right, we got that fixed. Then my dryer went out. All right. The same day that he fixed everything. No, it was actually a day or two before. And so we had the plumber because we had to get a new water heater. Oh, it's been fun.
Oh my God.
So the guy that put in a water heater is an electrician and a plumber. So I said, dude, can you check these things down here? I mean, my husband went down there and something sparked out of the wall.
Holy crap.
So I don't know. Yeah, no. So he's like, oh, it's just, he said, just go. He was upstairs. He wasn't downstairs with me and where the fuse box is. He said, just flick them because my dryer wouldn't work.
Ooh.
All right. So I'm flicking them left and right. I am mad as hell yesterday because the dryer hadn't been working like 3 or 4 days. Well, maybe 4 or 5 days. So I was having to wash clothes and hang them up. Mind you, my kids just started school last week.
Oh, Lord.
Not good. All right. So yesterday we called him and I'm mad and I'm like, look, the effing dryer will not work. I don't F with electricity. You come over here and click the damn thing back and forth. And he did. And it turns out our plug was wrong. All right. So, all right. We had that emergency.
Ooh.
I don't even know why I started this conversation now.
Explain about buying everybody clothes, buying all your clothes.
Oh no. Okay. So then Julie, I said, okay, God. So today we had the drive for the full day, right? The
Mhm.
power went out because I guess somebody tried to drive through a pole.
Mm-hmm.
And I had something in the wash. I said, all right, God is trying to tell me not to do laundry. I get it, God, okay.
That's
And Julie brilliantly said, that means you just go out and buy new clothes.
right.
And I'm like, Julie, I believe absolutely. All right, hectic, honey buns. I absolutely believe Julie was right. God was trying to tell me to buy new clothes. Mr. 681 is not convinced because the power came back on. So, but Julie gave me that idea. It had not occurred to me. The next time and the sink backed up too the other day. That was another thing. I know. It's like when I wanted to, I just can't. That's why I said we're having the classic movie night because I've had the week from hell, but not really. I mean, it's not, none of it was life threatening. I mean, everybody lived. Well, I mean, I don't know. I would have killed myself down there if I was trying to F with that damn electricity. I don't do that. I ain't stupid.
Yeah,
I do not mess with electricity.
Water and power.
Especially when I did it one time. When I called the guy, I said, dude, it sparked behind the fuse box. He went, oh. And I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean, oh? Yeah, I'll be over in a minute. He came over. He was over here in an hour. And I'm like, see, I told you that was probably not good.
Lord.
So anyway, but Julie told me to buy new clothes. Almost worked, Julie, but the power came back on. Almost worked. Prince of Tides. All right, let me get back into this. All right, I'm gonna give you my top 5. This is my top 5. Mildred Pierce. No, you're right, Chris. My husband said, guess who's coming to dinner? Mildred Pierce. Wait a minute, this is top 5. That's in my top 10. Now you messed me up, Mr. 681. All right, guess who's coming to dinner? Mildred Pierce. Thin Man. I love the Thin Man.
Yeah.
Auntie Mame and Send Me No Flowers, which is Rock Hudson. Yeah. Well, I love all 3 of those. Rock Hudson, Tony Randall, Doris Day. I love them all.
That was a win.
But Send Me No Flowers gives me life.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I laugh at drunk Tony Randall.
Oh.
I laugh at Doris Day. I love her, and Rock Hudson.
They all were drunks the whole time. I don't know how they remembered their lines or whether they just ad-libbed some of it, kind of went on. But they drank copious amounts of alcohol on every set, seems like. And
isn't that wonderful? I know. And if I was a star, I'd do the same thing. And I'd probably get an Oscar, and I would say, thank you, everyone. I don't even remember making the damn movie. I was drunk. Hey, Gary Davis. We're talking about movies. Gary, what are your favorite movies, Gary? My check probably came in 10 minutes ago.
Your what?
Prince of Tides. Prince of Tides. Now, you know what? Barbara. I am not a fan of Barbara in a movie.
This house they don't like Barbara.
I am not. And Prince of Tides, I watched it. I got tired of looking at her fingernails because her fingernails she was always holding her hands weird.
Yep.
And I couldn't get past I understood it, but
that book.
I'm sorry.
Those Pat Conroy books, I think that's the right name.
I'm sure the book was good.
It was. I don't care for Barbara Streisand. Nobody in this house does. If she's on the TV, turn it. But that movie was so good, and they kept it close to the book too.
I mean, it was. I don't know if maybe her funny or her.
I liked her in Hello, Dolly.
Well, I'm not a big musical fan, so I mean, I'm not. And then I mean, they had Barbara Streisand Day the other day on Turner Classic, and I'm like, why are you wasting a day? Because
Yeah.
we were watching Yentl, where she plays a little Jewish woman / boy.
Yeah.
I ain't buying it, Barbara. You're not selling me that bill of goods, Barbara.
You know who
Sing
was
me a
great?
song.
Who was great in Yentl though? Mandy Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin
He was the
is
guy with
good
the
in
beard.
anything.
He is
Yes, he's
wonderful.
good in anything.
He's
We-
fantastic.
He's good in anything.
I'm trying to remember the cast and who all is what, because honestly, I saw that about halfway through, and
Who was the? I can only remember other people.
You're like me. I did not buy it.
Oh, really? Well, look. I mean, it was clearly a vehicle for her, and you know, not that the story was particularly believable, but he was wonderful. Anyway, they had great clothes.
Gary, Gone with the Wind. I think if I actually have friends that are my age. I'm 50 years old, and they have never seen Gone with the Wind. I do not blame them. I blame their parents
my husband
for
had.
not.
I made him watch it. I made him watch
Well,
it.
that's not a man movie. My grandmother and my grandfather. My grandmother is 96. They stood in line for 2.5 hours in the snow to see Gone with the Wind. That's what I mean. That was the buzz. We all remember, or we've all heard about the search for Scarlett. And every actress, toilet scrubber, anybody that was in Hollywood tested for Scarlett.
Mm-hmm.
But is that a man movie? I don't know. Is it? I know my grandpa went to it. My papa went to it. And back in the day, that was a big, that's when that's when movies were everything. You didn't have TV.
Yeah.
You had books, you had movies you could go to. Not a whole lot of, unless you were in a big city, not really, you didn't get a lot of plays coming your way. So, and I'm reading now. I'm still reading The Damn Fixers. I know people, I've been reading that book for 3 years. And I'm up to the 1950s. And if Mama Beth, you don't know, and people that don't know, the Fixers were Howard Strickland, Eddie Mannix. That's who the book is mainly. They were the publicity department, so they had to squash rumors. They had to arrange marriages. They had to arrange abortions. They were running around fixing all these problems.
Yeah.
And
I haven't watched that movie or read the book. I'll be honest.
It's just, I don't know. Oh, they haven't made a movie. I wish they would. It's a book, and it's really good. And like I tell people, overview of Hollywood is books like The Fixer, because it tells you every Hollywood star that they had to deal with. MGM and one was MGM. It might have been both MGM. Hell, I can't remember. I've only been reading it 3 years. Y'all expect me to know what it's about? And sorry.
Well,
we're up to 1950 when television came in, and all of a sudden, you didn't need fixers because you didn't have a lot of people going. And that's when some of the best stuff happened, actually, in the 50s. We had Marilyn Monroe coming in. Julie Garland was nuts.
oh God, she was drugged for so long.
They drugged her.
And if you know
She was in love. Her and Tyrone Powers had a damn. She was in love with him and got pregnant by him.
Mm-hmm.
Fruition. I am not giving any social. I'm just saying a lot of problems got fixed then. That was one that got fixed for her. Tyrone Power knocked up Lana Turner too.
Yeah, how do you compete with Lana Turner? I mean, seriously.
Well, Judy Garland tried to. Judy Garland fell in love with the God, who was it? It was the a musician. I can't remember the name now.
The band was-
She
Artie
fell in
Shaw.
love with him.
that's it.
Artie
Oh
Shaw.
yes,
And who
And
stole
then-
him away? Lana Turner. That
Lana
tramp.
Turner.
Oh, that was
Oh, Lana was something
everything.
else. Oh, yeah.
That
So they
marriage
were
didn't
like,
last though.
no, it did not.
Poor Judy.
Poor old Judy Garland, though. I mean, we've all heard. I know it's by directors that are about everybody. Judy Garland was a mess from 14 to the day she died.
Yeah.
They had her own uppers, downers. She, for some reason, I don't know why, married all these homosexuals. Vincent Minnelli was a homosexual. I'm not judging anyone,
Right.
but they found out she was pregnant on their honeymoon. So she had, Liza. Hello, and Liza suffered the same fate as her mother. She loves a homosexual. She
Well,
would marry them right away.
The thing is, they were looking for any kind of a bond, and a homosexual man usually, well, at least from what I've seen on different movie sites and stuff like that, they were more friends. It wasn't about sex and stuff. Like it was keeping her busy, keeping her in the movies, giving her shows, and keeping her going. But they were also, a little more caring and less about, well, let's go have sex. So she felt safe.
Well, if you look at, I have read so many books that, and this one is kind of the same way, and it makes me wonder. Hold on, I got a cough.
Okay.
Oh God, what is it? I took an allergy medicine. What is it? Shit, I can't remember now. It's kicking in.
Oh Lord, all week.
Yeah.
God.
Anyway, what was one of it? I can't remember what I took. I can't remember what I took. People spread it around. That's right. Shannon can't remember what she took.
Ambien, because
what
that's
the fuck was I gonna say? In these books, it's like in the damn in Hollywood was bisexual.
Mhm.
But I mean, to read these books, every woman was bisexual, every man was bisexual. There was just piles of people having sex. They didn't even care what they were doing. I don't know. They didn't even know who was in the pile. And if that's true, that's really interesting. I mean, every time I read it about a certain person, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. And then you go,
but then I think, whoa, did I know that? Like, they say James Dean was bisexual.
I thought he was fully gay.
I hope he was. He was so beautiful. He deserved to sleep with both sexes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he was beautiful and brilliant, and I wonder what would have come from him.
Well, supposedly it was like the thing to do. You go to these underground clubs and things like that. But when you're in show business, I guess you have to sleep with somebody to get ahead. The whole casting.
Well, boom. No, to get ahead. Just saying. Well, all right. Back we'll talk about Joan Crawford. Friend was William Haynes. He was a hugely popular silent film. They called him the Wisecracker or whatever. He was absolutely brilliant. And they became very best friends. Well, when talkies came through, he was in a few of them, but the studio could not stand because he would pretend to date a woman. He would not get married to a woman to save his career or them any money. He had a boyfriend, I guess you could call him. They were together for 55 years.
Yeah.
So when they finally they were able to get him out of the movies because he became an interior designer. Now William Haynes Designs. He started Hollywood Regency. He collected antiques. He was also really good friends with Archie Leach in New York, along with Ori Kelly.
I watched the documentary on him.
Ori Kelly and Archie Leach / Cary Grant were lovers for a very long time. In fact, Ori Kelly came out to Hollywood, and Archie Leach he sent for him and William Haynes and all of them out of Hollywood. Yeah, so Ori Kelly,
And Carrie,
and then of course we have Cary Grant and we have Randolph Scott.
Mhm.
And if y'all have never seen, and Cary Grant and Randolph Scott were tremendous lovers. And if you Google them two, you'll see the houses they lived in together.
Mhm.
One would marry somebody, and somebody else would marry another one, and then they divorced and they moved back in together. And so yeah, I mean, studios didn't like it, but I guess when you know that's when Eddie Mannix and them were really fixing things, because picked up in the park for, I don't know why gay men love parks, but they sure do.
Well, there's more like the park after night.
And they would get arrested in the park and out. I mean, you had George Hughes was it's prevalent, but when I read these books, it drives me like everybody was coming like, no, he's not. They will not homosexual about John Wayne. But if you read enough of these books, you'll believe it. I know.
I'm gonna order it right now.
Order The Fixers. It is so good. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. And like it's it's out in my car. It's blue, and it's The Fixers, and it is
Eddie Mannix.
I can't remember the under the title, but Eddie Mannix, Howard Strickland.
Okay.
Should be on the front of it. You would not be disappointed.
Used paperback is $20.
No.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Oh.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, you better click that $2 one, because that's the one I got. You better know that. $2. I ain't paying $20 for no book.
Oh my Lord. I
ain't doing it.
A bunch of shit from there, but yeah, that's mighty expensive.
Keep looking.
Yeah, I'm going to.
It's a really good book. I don't buy no news book. I don't buy used books. I'm sorry.
Why?
I don't do it. I just don't. I don't do it. I don't do it. I love it. My in-laws will give me a $50 gift certificate to Amazon. Oh, it used to be Barnes and Noble, but Amazon's better. And I will have 7 books coming in the mail. And they're like, no way. And I'm like, yes way. I don't buy no damn new book.
Well, save money.
I mean, it's but no, you keep looking. $20, that's stupid.
Yeah, it
Natalie Wood, Scarlett. Oh, Natalie Wood. Do y'all think she was murdered?
Yes. He
I do
pushed
too.
off that. He pushed off the boat. Now Natalie Wood was famous for water.
Oh, he murdered her.
He
murdered her. She was scared to death of dark water. Ain't nothing darker than the ocean at night.
And she wouldn't hardly get in a pool during the day. She just had a fear of water. And she all of a sudden wants to go swimming at night? Bullshit.
Yeah, she's gonna get in a dinghy, and that I would love. Robert Wagner ain't never coming off of it, but I wish that oh man, come on, what's his name? The other guy. Why am I trying to Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken heard something, but they were very drunk. I remember reading when they were at the cafe they were drunk. Sorry. And so I mean, if he did pass out, I don't know if I would have an argument with somebody and pass out. If I'm having an argument, I'm up. Yeah, that was so sad though. Her life was kind of sad too. She was raped. She was raped by I'm gonna tell you. Shit.
Kirk Douglas. Wasn't it Kirk Douglas?
Kirk Douglas, yes.
Yeah.
Better than Google.
She was a teenager. And he raped her. Stand him now. There's a movie called A Letter to Three Wives, and I think A Letter to Three Wives was probably one of his first movies. Kirk
Mhm.
Douglas. It's a really good movie. And God, I hate not liking him because I love that movie. But the
Yeah.
more I read about Kirk Douglas, oh God, he was such a pig. Bob Hope was a pig.
Yeah, I always thought Bob
Bob
was
Hope.
gay, but he wasn't. I mean, seriously, I just always thought it
I
was,
was
you know.
Well, there's this actress. I was when I read a book, I have a blank this before. I have a blank bookmark. And if I see a name or someone I don't know, I will write it down. And one of those names was Barbara Payton. And because she was a mess. So I Googled Barbara Payton. This man, John O'Dowd, wrote a book about her. I ordered it. I read it. I fell in love with Barbara Payton. To this day, he and I are friends. John is because, not a lot of people know who Barbara Payton is. Google her, and you will be absolutely intrigued. Her life. Oh, geez. Anyway, well, Bob Hope was one of the men that she slept with. He bought her he's a pig.
Yeah.
Was a pig. May God rest his soul. Pig. In fact, Barbara Payton married Francho Tone. He was much, much older than her. He was also married to Joan Crawford.
How many women married Francho Tone? And was he
Yeah.
also did he also get with Betty Davis? Was it Betty Davis that
Yes.
Don't-
Okay. This is where the real feud starts. Francho Tone.
Uh-oh.
Betty Davis was in love. They did a film together. And but he was in love with Joan Crawford, who he had just kind of ferreted away from Douglas Fairbanks Jr. And we have to remember, not an educated person. She did not, I think, got to 6th grade or
Right.
7th maybe. Francho Tone was from a good family. He was from the theater. He was very refined, and so she fell in love with him. Well, so was Betty Davis. So every day, Francho and Joan would have lunch together when Betty and he were doing a film. Well, one day Joan comes into Francho's dressing room, and Betty Davis is there servicing him. I'll say no more. And real damn quick, Joan Crawford married his ass. That was the first dig.
They all wanted each other.
It was what?
Partners. It's all kind of incestuous, isn't it? I mean, they have to be.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's just kind of so. Joan was in silent films. I mean, she worked her way from chorus girl to backup dancer to one speaking part, to being a star. Betty Davis came in much later than Joan did, and Betty Davis started picking up those Oscars in center.
Yeah.
She got the best at her movies, even though Joan had been there longer. But Joan was a certain type of actress.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you are I'm not even trying to be mean about this. Betty Davis was she was very intelligent, settled. Was she more talented? I don't know. That's independent. I mean, but she was picking up them Oscars left and right, Oscar nominations, and Joan Crawford's like y'all are giving me these shit roles as a as a hooker, and she's over there doing Madame Bovary, and getting Oscars. So that also became because art, but Joan was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have Betty Davis.
And
You
Betty,
know, when she how to say because they both did their thing.
yeah. Well, Betty
Get
Davis
it.
didn't have a good figure.
Sorry, get it. Talk on.
Betty Davis did not have the good looks.
She had a good figure until it. No, she was not beautiful. She was beautiful, but she wasn't classically beautiful like Joan with the, you know, Joan stood out. If you were looking at 5 women in a lineup, and 2 of those women were Betty Davis and Joan Crawford, you ain't gonna remember Betty Davis.
Right.
Sorry.
Betty had,
but her talent, if you had an, you know what they say, a rap off, if you have an act off, Betty Davis is gonna destroy Joan Crawford in the 30s.
Yeah.
And in the 40s. And then, you know, they both kind of hit that ebb tide together, which then we all have, you know, the feud and whatever happened to Baby Jane, blah, blah, blah. But, and that Joan was the same way with Norma Shearer. I mean, Joan had a problem with everybody.
Well,
She was probably, she was like a tough little kid, you know, that, I mean, I wouldn't want her life for anything. She had you know, her stepfather and her were having sex when she was 11.
Yeah.
And she didn't think that was weird. She didn't think that was weird.
That shows you the difference in, you know, home training or, you know, your education and, you know, social skills. Betty Davis was trained on Broadway. I mean, she came from Broadway, Hollywood. So, yeah, you know, her project started getting so big and, you know, she getting nominations. Everybody was mad at her. But she didn't give a shit about who was mad or why. She was doing the thing. But Joan got hated for being the girl. She wasn't the girl you wanted to be best friends with. She was the girl you kind of wanted to keep close so you could watch on her, make sure she didn't steal your husband.
Yes, exactly.
And
Joan Crawford was scrappy.
Yeah.
And that's almost when people had that conversation is, would you rather be book smart or street smart? Well, they both have their, you know, pros, and they both have your cons, but you know, the best one's gonna be a little bit. Joan Crawford was street smart, I guess, and Betty Davis was book smart, if that's the way you want to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, Betty Davis was Puritan. I think I know I didn't have sex. So she was married when she was 26, 27 years old.
Yeah.
She was a virgin.
Back then.
I mean, you know, that way she got around. I mean, wrong.
Yeah. Well,
Robert's having sex at 11.
Early, and you watch all these actors and actresses that started out in, you know, child parts and all that, and then they move up. They always are a little off. They're socially awkward. They're only used to, you know, shit. There goes the dog. Sorry. Daddy's home. Oh. Okay,
Is anybody? I want to know what Pam. I know. I hate to ask this, but I know she's the shit zone. I know they are. I just want to know if anybody go click over there. Are they going Pam on? I just want to know because I know it's coming. If it is not happening there, it is coming, and we're down to 14 people, so it must be good. Because I know everybody's like, "Hell with this. We're going with the drama."
Yeah, well,
we're going with the drama.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Hello?
Was that you, Iridium? We're here.
Where'd she go?
Was that you? What did you say, Iridium?
Oh, I just laughed.
I mean, look, y'all. We'll switch to. I'm gonna switch to drama for 2 seconds. This shit's gonna blow, like. All right, the powder keg is lit, and this is gonna blow. And we're having like I know this now from the volcano in Hawaii. We're gonna get these little fissures that are gonna pop up and explode.
Yeah,
that's what's happening right now. We're having fissures that are just letting some of the pressure off here and there. But it's gonna blow, and when it does, I am gonna get me a big old umbrella and sit under that and let this shit fall.
And eat popcorn
with my umbrella. And I'm gonna sit back and watch it and say, and it must be good. Stephanie Brown has come back from her hiatus.
Yeah.
Stephanie Brown bullshit. Come back so you know the shit's getting good if Stephanie Brown has come out of hiding. Point blank and center.
I don't see Shoot the Shit on.
It must be. Oh, that would be even better. Did it not do it? Because
Oh,
this would have to it. Is MFW still relevant? Not with me, Frank. Sorry, not with me. She's not with me. Oh, Teresa Good.
Mama Bear's
I'm
on.
kind of shocked they on her, but okay, that's good. That's good. No, Frank, MFW is not relevant to me. I don't know about anybody else. I'll speak for no one else, but that bitch fell off my earth about a week ago.
Who? I missed it.
MFW.
Oh.
Fell off my earth. Fell off my earth. Right off. Tumbled right off, right in the hill.
Mama Bear's alive. Mama
Oh,
Bear,
of course she is. Of course she
come on home to me.
is.
Oh Lord.
Mama Bear, God love her. I'm as crazy as she. Did I say that out loud? Oh, I'm so sorry. Did my mic? I'm so sorry. All right. Anyway, all right. We're going back to movies. Jerry Lewis, was he a horrible person, Frank? He might have been. I never got into the Lewis and you know, like women don't. I don't anyway. I don't get the 3 stages. I didn't get Hope and I didn't get Martin and Lewis. And that's just a boy thing, I think. I don't know.
Teresa,
Maybe I just didn't.
she's saying I got her blocked on Twitter. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
We all block on Twitter. I get mad and block on Twitter people I don't even know. I don't think I know them. And then I'll see somebody, why'd you block me on Twitter? I'm like, dude, your Twitter name is nowhere near your YouTube name.
Well, I sometimes I just get in a mood where I don't want to hear any more shit or read any more shit, and I'm just like block, 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 mute, mute.
Yeah. But Mama Bear, I'm so sorry, Mama Beth. I am so sorry. Mama
Everybody does it. Hell, my husband.
Beth is put through the ringer at least once a month over something stupid. And so the other night she was in here and somebody came in here making trouble, and I didn't see her leave. And so I said, oh no, we're getting Mama Beth on the panel because that's not going to happen. Not where I am. I mean, sorry, people.
I appreciate it.
That's not going to happen because Mama Beth don't do nothing.
That's what I
one of those people that you get batted back and forth. You know, when things. Know why? I don't even know why. I mean, I don't know why. And I don't care why. So Mama Beth was so excited about movie night that she had to miss it. So I said, well, you won't miss another one. So she put her on the panel. And she is very knowledgeable. I am impressed with her. Teresa, you're going to come on the panel soon. Yeah, Teresa, you're on the panel. Have you ever done a panel before, Teresa? Doesn't matter. You still are. You're coming on the panel.
As soon as I figure out which one better name, I'll unblock you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Teresa is like, I think if me and Teresa went to a trivia night, we'd win beer. We would win beer and T-shirts. Maybe even money. I don't know.
Yeah, we could make.
Yeah, Teresa's coming on the panel.
Okay, so it is Teresa Loves Retro.
Teresa's coming on the panel.
Yay! I love talking about old movies. Seriously, I've watched.
Get ready. I do too because they make me so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, they make me.
I don't have to get through any awkward sex scenes. I'll be honest.
When I throw in the Thin. I sat my kids down the Thin Man series, which I love. We haven't talked about William Powell or Myrna Loy. One of my favorite duos. You know, movie couples. They made so many great films. Betty Davis and Claude Rains. Betty Davis, and George Brent, Irene Dunn, and Cary Grant. There were so many. We need to do a movie couple night. Iridium, you've never seen this? That's no. They're from the early 30s. I'm not shocked. Oh, they're good. Nick and Nora Charles. Nick. The premise is that Nick Charles was a detective, and then he met Nora, whose father. She's a millionaire. Her father died and left her all his money. So Nick Charles married her. They're so in love. And now he kind of runs things, but they run into like mysteries. Like somebody will die, and she'll be like, first Thin Man, called The Thin Man, was around Christmas. I consider it a Christmas movie because it's right at Christmas. And this man that Nick knows goes missing, and she's like, you ought to solve this. And it's so cute. And after the thing, New Year's country and back in San Francisco where they live, and James Stewart is in that. I'll have you know. And that's another one. And you have a whole Thin Man series, and I loved them all, but like the first 3 or 4, I love them. Oh my God, I love them.
I want to go back and watch them again.
I'm 50. So I'm not young. I'm not old.
We're in the middle.
Shut the hell up, Mr. 681. Sorry, my husband is in there showing off.
Hilarious.
Iridium, I'm telling you. Look, I have been, if I get really ill, I will pop in Thin Man or Mildred Pierce or whatever, any kind of other movie I had, lay down and pass out and listen to it. I have to wonder I don't know. Everybody's I'm sorry, Mr. 681. Did you not know I'm still live?
Nobody can see me in my underwear.
No one can see you in your underwear until I hit this button right here. No, I'm just kidding. I would not do that to him or y'all.
Give out money.
But he is, in fact, in his underwear. No, I know I just want to move, but I'm not gonna do it, honey. No, we're not gonna sell it. You are tired, aren't you? Talking out of his ass. I know, right? He cracks me. But no, Frank, I'm 50, so I'm like, I've told people I wasn't actually in the old movies, as some people think. I have them or a background, or I just happen to like them.
I started watching old movies.
Teresa,
The late night movie that they would go on back in the, I don't know, 70s, 80s. You could watch it at night.
yeah.
And that got me
We
hooked.
used to have the 6:30 movie. It came on obviously at 6:30. And I think one of the first ones I can remember watching, I was a kid, was the Tarzan
Oh, yeah.
series. And I loved them.
Remember how
I don't know.
they'd have cowboy movies? Remember all
See,
the-
I'm not a big Western.
I'm not either, but I
I'm
would
not.
watch it with my dad, so I got to know like
Okay.
people. And I don't know, we watched it every Saturday that he wasn't out and working on farm and working with cattle and stuff. But yeah, so and that's how I got into watching Bugs Bunny too, because it was on Saturday afternoon, like early after.
Right, there you go. Yeah. I mean, it's those sweet little memories. I remember getting up, and then after all the cartoons went off, at 12 o'clock, American Bandstand came on. You remember that?
Yeah, and Soul Train after.
Yes.
And Soul Train was always the best one because they could dance and they had better music.
Yes. Oh, I loved them both. I loved them. Oh my gosh, that just makes me happy when I think, Mister, what are you doing?
I'm putting the dinner away so I can go to bed.
God, he's been in here. It's like
Someone has to be the grown up.
okay, y'all hear that? Did y'all hear him say that?
Yeah.
Because that's going to the lawyer. That's going to the lawyer, sir. That's it. I'm done. I'm witnesses take this abuse. Sorry. I'm sorry. He's bugging me. He got pizza tonight. I hate pizza. I hate pizza. I hate it. I hate it. And so I don't touch the pizza. So he is actually putting dinner up because I don't touch that shit.
Why
I
don't you eat
hate it.
pizza?
So-
It's bread, cheese, and sauce.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why, but it's so gross. I mean, if it's real doughy, like, and I mean, I don't even like a little dough. That, sir, would you want to run the goddamn vacuum while you're at it?
You're not gonna love me.
Don't ever yell at a man that does housework.
I mean, he's getting ice. He's putting shit up. He's knocking things off the counter. Do you want to run the vacuum?
I'm going to bed, miserable.
All right.
Aw.
Anyway, I don't.
He's making so much noise.
don't-
I have to say that I've been down all week, and I swear that something happens about 3 a.m. where anything you touch drops, breaks, crunches, crumbles, especially when you're trying to be quiet and you've got somebody right there beside you. And it's some kind of effect. What was it called? The magnetic effect. But when you're trying to be quiet and still, you hear fucking everything. Everything twice as loud.
I could sleep through an atomic bomb. It would not wake me up. Proven by the fact that my husband has before hit the bunk alarm when I was asleep and I did not move.
My
So
Lord.
nothing bode well for me. Doesn't bode well for me getting out of the house in a fire, but I do sleep very soundly. The other night, he is watching like I don't know if it was a war movie. I don't know what it was. And it was like 3 in the morning as loud as he could get it. And I'm thinking, we're under fire. The zombie apocalypse is happening, people. This is not a drill. And he's just watching it as loud as he can go. And I'm like, dude, for real? Oh, sorry, I couldn't sleep. Well, now I can sleep. You know, oh, Jesus. He didn't care. Which and he said normally I would not move. It would not have. I wouldn't have moved. I would not have known it. But when you have it up on, you know, level 9, and it feels like, you know, I was probably trying to run hot for cover. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I'm sorry. But if I poot in the bed, he wakes up. Not
Really?
that I do. I don't.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, just saying.
Yeah.
So,
When 2 dogs and a
I
husband.
can't, you know.
Great. Yeah.
Oh, you know, they're worthless. They really are, these husbands. I don't know why we need them.
Pay
He
bills.
can't fix nothing. He
No.
can't fix a damn thing.
I have to say,
I love you, honey.
mine's awful good to me. I can't complain. And I've been out of my head all week, so I apologize.
Oh, money, I'm spoiled rotten.
I found tweets that I had sent that were nothing but, you know, gook. I mean, seriously, it was like word salad. I'm like, what the hell? And I must have been tweeting in my sleep, DMing in my sleep. I apologize if I'd said
that's
it wasn't either funny or relevant, but there was a lot of shit. Poor Makeup by Mandy got one, and I woke up to it, and she was like, "Huh?" I'm just like, "I'm sorry." You know,
Sorry, honey. Yeah. I mean, that's why, like, when it gets later in the night, I will start making less and less sense. But I took, what is that? What is the allergy stuff that I take, Chris? What is it? Darling.
Sudafed?
hey,
No. No. It's not that.
Benadryl.
That's it.
Benadryl.
No, never mind. Somebody else answered it. Yes, I'll take Benadryl for my allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And y'all can tell it's starting to kick in. I can't remember nothing. But I don't care a lot about it. I'm going to take it over in a little while because I really won't give a damn.
I thought of
it-
another. Here's my number 2 favorite movie. Mary Queen of Scots. Mary Queen of Scots with Vanessa Redgrave and Glenda Jackson as Queen Elizabeth. She's my favorite Queen Elizabeth ever. She's the best.
I loved Elizabeth Taylor's Elizabeth in Essex. She was really good in that, and I can't believe she shaved the front of her hair, the front part of her hair, to look the part.
Right.
But Catherine, oh my God, both of those movies are great. Good choice. Did I go?
Nobody has really talked to. We haven't had a lot of Elizabeth Taylor movies.
I see one.
Or if they have, I haven't seen them, and I'm sorry, chat, because I'm always back. Oh,
we
you
talked
did,
about-
you did.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you did. I know. I remember now. But it's not like in the chat. I didn't see a lot of hers.
Yeah.
Tried to read her biography, and I know later in life she was a wonderful person, but her first 50 years, she was a bitch.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get through it. I could not. I disliked her. I disliked her personally on so many levels. Reading, and I don't even know. I didn't even get up to Eddie Fisher. I didn't get up to Eddie Fisher.
Really?
In her marriages. She was such a little turd.
Yeah. Boiled.
Oh, she was horrible.
I wouldn't.
And that's why when I see the woman that she became with she did were so bitchy. It was just
I have to
bitchy.
get that much jewelry for nothing. I mean, seriously.
Well, thank you, Richard Burton. But yeah, she picked them well. Well, Nikki Hilton, they only wanted her to marry Nikki Hilton so young because Father of the Bride was coming out.
Right.
That was almost and he beat the shit out of her.
And she stayed. She apparently
Yeah. Yeah, and then I can't remember. Was the second one Mike? No, second one Mike Todd, was it? Second wasn't Mike Todd, was it?
It might have been.
I don't know. She married a lot of people.
In chart on it.
She married a lot of people.
She did.
And then Iridium Mama Beth didn't know, or maybe you didn't know. Elizabeth Taylor and Montgomery Clift were best friends, and I was telling her about the wreck during when they were filming Raintree County.
Yeah.
He had that horrible wreck down the hill in her driveway almost.
Yeah.
And shut out of his throat so he could live. Iridium, did you ever go check to see before and afters of his wreck?
I did.
Like Raintree County in the beginning, and then Raintree County about the middle part, which
like
again is another good movie. I love Raintree County.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
liked
great
Raintree
movie.
County.
It is, but you
Elizabeth Taylor,
What?
there's something about her voice. She gets shrill sometimes. There's something about her voice that grates on me.
she's either lower octave sexy, or didn't she grow up in England? I thought.
She was born in
In the beginning.
She was born in England, and I think she came over like maybe when she was 7 or 8.
Yeah, so she did have like an accent. Yeah, she is in some films. She's shrilly. I will agree with that. There were some that she made with Richard Burton that should not have been made. The VIPs, dumb movie. Hated that movie.
I hated Cliff.
What is the Sandpiper?
I can't believe
she-
so much movie.
He did well, this is another great movie, Anne of the Thousand Days, where Richard Burton was Henry VIII, and Elizabeth Taylor wanted to be Anne Boleyn in that movie, and they told her no, she was too old. So she got a cameo. There's a couple who during a feast or something, a big party, runs in, I think where the character Catherine of Aragon is praying, and the woman is holding a mask in front of her face. That is Elizabeth Taylor. That's her little cameo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she probably could. I would say, why couldn't she pay Catherine of Aragon? But she was Catherine of Aragon wasn't in it. Well, I don't know. I
She was
mean, she
older.
wasn't as they make. And yeah, she was older than he. Did have to be kind of a beautiful little.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think she was very beautiful, I don't know. She might have been.
Wait,
I would
who?
love to have really seen. I would talk about like Henry VIII and his wives.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
get Catherine of Aragon, he was older than he was because she married his brother and he died.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And then we have Anne Boleyn, who I actually have a book on her. Have I not read it? I don't think I've read it because I got obsessed with Henry VIII and his wives.
I think I've read
And
about
there was a
every
lot
book
of them.
written
I've watched films. I've
About
watched
Anne Boleyn.
documentaries.
about
I-
him
I
and
would-
all of the wives, actually, about
Yeah,
Elizabeth,
I
about
mean,
the
oh
other
my
kids,
geez.
I've read pretty much everything.
And then YouTube has some really good the documentaries. It's two different women that make documentaries or
Yeah.
have made them for the BBC.
Yeah.
Long curly hair,
Yeah.
and one of them has very short hair, but they're both blondes.
Yes.
And I love. In fact, the one with the short hair in her and her series on his wives, she would play like a lady in waiting or somebody. She
Yep.
would just pop out of the scene. It was really neat. I loved it.
Yeah. That was really good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched all of those. I love all of those.
Teresa, you think Cleopatra shouldn't have been made? Do you know what?
Really? Really, Teresa, why do you think that? I don't think I've seen that whole movie. I've seen parts of it. I can't hear anybody. Uh-oh. Can y'all hear me in the chat?
Hey,
Yes, Lucy. Oh, wait, something's happened to Shannon.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know what happened to Shannon.
I had to mute and unmute, and I didn't know whether it kicked back in or not. I agree that Elizabeth.
Can y'all hear me? Because mine just says my chat disconnected.
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. So yeah, Cleopatra changed the course of her life.
Well, she was
Probably
fighting.
for the better. I don't know.
Didn't she?
I don't know if it did or not. I mean, I wouldn't have married Eddie Fisher.
I think she got divorced from him, married somebody else, divorced them, and came back. Didn't she?
She was married to Mike Todd.
Mhm.
His best friend, their best friends were Eddie Fisher and
Yep.
Debbie Reynolds. Mike Todd died in the plane crash. She went to well, they said do Cleopatra. She said, I won't do it unless you give me $1 million. They said, okay. She said, damn, I gotta go do this movie now.
She just looked too old and sweaty. That's all I picture when I think of that movie. She looked very sweaty. And like she was kind of nursing a hangover. Okay, is nobody saying anything or what happened?
I think Shannon disconnected again.
Oh no.
I haven't seen it. I've seen parts. See, Teresa thought it was boring. I must have thought that too because I have tried to watch that movie more than once, and I don't even remember the Mark Antony part at all. I know that okay, I think Shannon might be back.
Okay.
I remember Caesar,
Yeah.
and I can't remember what the heck was his name? The actor who played Caesar was the Henry Higgins and the movie My Fair Lady.
Oh, what's his name?
The English guy. Teresa knows, I bet. What was his name? Rex Harrison.
That's it. You're
Am
right.
I
I
remembered
froze?
something. Oh, you were froze.
Hello,
froze.
am I froze?
No, you're here. We got you.
I think I'm
She had
froze.
been ill. Oh, she did.
Hello.
When did she? Uh-oh. We hear you. Shannon, we can
Okay,
hear
there
you.
you are. Sorry.
So, yeah,
I was
it
doing
was
my
Rex
best Rain.
Harrison. So when did she, was that when she had pneumonia? She was like allegedly deathly ill with
Yeah,
pneumonia. And some
yeah,
people thought that was a ploy because everybody hated her after she stole Eddie Fisher from Debbie Reynolds.
yeah,
Mhm.
Is
and
this all the
yeah,
same time?
they even
Yeah.
reported, and they even reported her death. That's how close she was to
Oh my
death.
God.
She had a tracheotomy put in. There's
Yeah.
a scar, she had a scar,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
they reported her as dead. Thank you, Teresa. It's me and the damn Wi-Fi. I swear for Jesus. Gilligan's downstairs on the bicycle, just um, yeah, she had that tracheotomy. She had it so bad and she almost died. She was plagued with bad health in her relatively young. She
Yeah,
had
she broke her back.
horrible stuff.
Didn't she break her
Broke her
back?
back. She had pneumonia.
Yeah.
It was all horrible.
Poor girl. But she turned into such a hateful creature, and you saw what she did. It's like everything was about her,
Oh, it was about. Let me tell you. You read that book. I mean, I would if I was her, I'd jerk her up.
Oh,
She was horrible.
I wish I
But
had.
she was a child actor and she was always spoiled. And she was, I mean, let's face it, she was spoiled from the day she was born, probably till the day she died. I mean, I don't think she had anybody, but I mean, that was a spoiled woman.
Yeah.
Although I will never take away from her beauty. Her beauty was breathtaking. That little, her and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof,
Oh
it
my
does
God.
not get any more beautiful. That was her at her most beautiful.
And she did
That
a
little bitty thing, that I always say that brass bed and that white slip
Mm-hmm.
were just as big characters in Big Daddy and the rest of those bangle bracelets on her wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she was beautiful. And that film, I'm telling you,
Paul
I
Newman.
love that film.
Paul Newman was so good.
Oh, Jesus, was he not?
Oh,
And those two together, those two beautiful people together,
mm-hmm.
it was almost too much. And I'm gonna tell you here's another story from Shannon. My daughter, when she was having my third grandson, I begged her to name him Brick.
Oh,
and
yes.
and she wouldn't do it because of that the show that just where it recently went off. What is it? In the Middle or something like that? I don't remember what it was. They had a kid there that was named Brick, the little dude that was weird. And she said, I am not naming it after that kid on that show. I said, you're naming him after Paul Newman. And she wouldn't do it, right? So she named him Killian after a damn beer. But the night he was born, I was holding him, right? And I was in the hospital. I spent the night holding the baby, and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof comes on.
Oh Lord, that was
Yes. And I tried to tell. I said, Kelsey, do you see this? This is a sign from God. And she said, I'm not naming him after that kid. I said, it's not that kid. It's him, Paul Newman. So me and my grandson Killian on his first 6 hours of life, two of those was Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Interesting side note, the next night, Send Me No Flowers came on. He was not a fan. The kid cried through the whole thing. And I'm like, and I still to this, he's 4. I call him Bricky. Or Brick. I call him Brick. And he's, but she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. My cat just fell off the counter again. Yeah, I was like, Callister, there's no bigger sign than this. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is on. I'm holding this child unnamed yet. It's not legal. Changed it to Brick. Nah. And I said, this is just the drugs talking. You're still high.
Oh God.
Talk about it tomorrow. And didn't happen. Didn't happen. Didn't do it.
You call him that
But
anyway?
I call him Brick. I call him Brick and he answers. So
I think that's cute.
and he's got blonde hair and blue eyes. So one day When he'll say, "Grandma, why do you call me Brick?" I'm gonna say, "Son, let's go watch this for the second time in your life, and we're gonna show him the film." There you are. Yeah.
That movie was incredible, and Burl Ives
Oh,
so good
it-
at Big Daddy. Oh,
I
and
love Big Daddy.
yeah, at him in that chair in the basement with all that
Yes.
stuff,
Yes.
just to buy, and then he sits there and he's happy in his robe. He just wants to be in the basement and talk to his son, and have some sort of connection, because he was as disconnected as Brick was. Both of them were
It
close.
was all money. It was all, I think that Big Daddy thought they only loved him for his money. And Jack Cassidy, who played his older brother,
Right.
I don't know. I thought Jack Cassidy in that film, he did was it Jack Cassidy or Jack Carson? He did such a great film role, because I felt for him. I felt for him. He did not have the connection with Big Daddy that Brick did.
Mhm.
And it was sad.
Well, it's Tennessee Williams.
He wanted it so.
There's always somebody that's damaged or gay. And there was heavy gay vibes in that. They were trying to make it not say it, but to say it.
Right, his friend that killed himself.
Yeah, and
Well, yeah, because it was, he blamed. You remember? Oh, I remember now. That story is he had that friend that he played football with,
yep,
and
was.
he killed himself when he was with Maggie, or right. I think
Right after, he did it right after, and then he called her. He wasn't with her. He called her, and the whole thing was he with Brick, or was he actually just suicidal? And
or was he in love? Yeah, was he in love with Brett? I don't get the. I don't know. Do you think? Oh my God! Don't tell me you think Brick was bisexual. I can't do it.
Yeah, and that's why he was always
Oh.
drinking, and because his father was like, you got to do this and that, and there were heavy gay vibes. It was like a gay scene.
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought about it from the friend, but I never thought about it from Brick.
Yeah.
Probably because I'm just blinded by beauty, and every time he spoke, I was like,
Yeah.
I loved him, and that damn, I mean, him on that cast. There are so many, him in that cast, him in that white shirt and those chinos, whatever they called them back then, and that, even just jumping around in that cast in the basement. I love that film. I love Tennessee Williams, though. I love Tennessee Williams. And, just. He came along, and you know what? I thought maybe he came along too soon, but I don't think he did. Because now, if they turned one of his plays into a film, it would just be.
Yeah.
We couldn't handle it. We couldn't handle it. It would be. Like I said before, I like the insinuated and I like that much better. I think. And Iridium is not seeing Cat on the Hot Tin Rape. I cannot believe this.
Damn.
We almost can't be friends anymore. I'm gonna have to give you a list, and you're gonna have homework every night.
I need a list.
Every night.
I've seen weird old movies that nobody has ever seen. Like I saw one,
like the B movie.
relatively.
Like
are they B movies?
You probably seen all the B movies.
I don't know. I saw
B movies are just as good.
I think so.
Oh, B movies.
Maybe.
Oh yeah,
So, for
B movies are
example,
almost better sometimes.
I saw a movie that was a black and white based on a real story about a Scottish woman who poisoned her lover's hot chocolate and killed him. And I think she might have been found not guilty. That was a black and white movie. The costumes were great, and I don't remember who was in it or what the name of the movie was.
That's okay though. And look, that's the way I saw a whole lot of old movies. I wouldn't, I would see them and go, watch it, and never caught the name. No, then I wouldn't know who these people were.
Yeah.
And
I can't remember.
How anybody gets into movies, I think you're like, whoa, because they're really just so good. Hectic. Paul Newman was so beautiful. I can't even.
He
I
was.
can't even. There's a picture of him in a boat. I think he was going to Cannes. You know, they all make the arrival off the ocean and at that film festival. And he was in one of those wooden, you know, those beautiful high gloss wooden boats, and he is driving into Cannes. And it's a photograph of him. And I'm telling you right now, I have never seen a more beautiful man than that. But I think, see, I like Rock Hudson, I thought was absolutely perfect. And my mother, now my mother, if she were to come in here and we say the name Rock Hudson, she would go off because I hate it. Well, she would hate it. She wouldn't say hate him. She's mad at Rock Hudson because they built him as this great, beautiful, handsome lover, you know, and he was gay. She said they fooled us. That's my mother. We had this talk the other day. She said, what would you, she was like, who was your favorite movie star? And I'm like, I don't even know. And I said, Cary Grant. And she said, what if they said he was gay? And I looked at her real funny and she went, never mind. It's like, really, Mom? Really, Mom? She said, it got halfway through and went, you know what? Never mind. I get what you did. I was like, it wouldn't bother me. I don't think it would bother me. If I found out John Bon Jovi was gay, I'd have a problem. Me and him would have a problem. But he's not an actor. I'm trying to. Who would make me angry that they know? Harry Styles, maybe. He's cute. If I found he was gay, I'd be upset. But I'd almost be happy too. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a different generation. We don't care about stuff like most of us don't. You know, I'm 50, so I got like, you know, remember Soap, the TV show Soap?
Uh-huh.
And Billy Crystal was like the first gay actor, with the first gay character on television. Do we remember this?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like everybody was waiting, and they said, "I'm gay," and you know, the world did not end.
Yep.
The TV show did not end. It was I love Soap. I loved that show.
I think I've seen an episode of that. I think
it's
it was so good.
You know, that was the cast was, I mean, you know, Jesus, that was such a fun show. It was just ridiculous, and it was supposed to be. Oh my God. I'm just like, you remember the Bert? Bert is Jessica Tate's brother-in-law, and he gets kidnapped by aliens, and they put an alien. I mean, it was just so ridiculous. And then, like, all right, so then my kids kind of grew up with like Will and Grace, where you have two characters, and you know, Modern Family. So being gay doesn't really, I don't think about it a lot. I don't know, but my mom sure as hell does.
I don't care about that. I don't even think about it.
I don't either, but they did back then. You know, they did back then. And my mom is a child of the 50s. We still have her Elizabeth Taylor scrapbook she made when she was a child.
You're kidding.
And she looks like Elizabeth Taylor. She had dark hair and blue eyes.
Wow.
And so in high school, like, her hair was absolutely all Elizabeth Taylor. When she got married, she had a very you know, she was a big fan, a huge fan, loves her.
Man.
And yeah, so she's a child of the 50s, 40s and the 50s. And so you know, being gay back then, it was a scandal. Hell, it was a scandal.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere you were. And now it's like, who cares? What do you mean what do you mean you're not gay? That's horrible. It's like, I'm straight. Oh, that is so not PC.
Straight people.
Yeah, I mean, when people tell me they're straight, I'm like, that is so not PC.
Exactly.
That's horrible.
I have to say, Shannon, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but every time you say I'm 50, I think of that Saturday Night Live sketch.
Which one?
When I'm 50, Molly
I've
Shannon.
never seen it. No, I'm gonna have to go look at that.
You sound exactly like you're doing the.
Oh, that's funny. No, I didn't. I don't know. I've
Oh.
never seen that one. I mean, I don't know why, because I'm a huge fan.
It's a series of little
Oh, I'm gonna have to do
on Saturday Night Live, and she goes, I'm 50, I'm 50. And I'm thinking, I'm almost there. But I like it.
that. I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Oh my God.
I was just now able to say it in the last. I turned 50 on July 4th, and so slowly it's been coming out of my mouth. When it first happened, I was like, I'm old. I'm you know, and now I can go on and say it because, you know, hell, a lot of my friends didn't make it this far. So
That's
what
what
am I saying?
But
Yeah, I mean,
it's too
I
fun.
always like had a, you know, I passed, I made it. I didn't join the 27 club. Not that I would have, because I wasn't famous, so nobody would have given a shit. I made it past Marilyn Monroe's age, and I thought that was really cool. And then who else? I don't know. I was like, I get these little milestones, like, all right, I made it past 36. That's when Marilyn Monroe died, and I made it past 27. And 40, that's when so and so died. And so 50, I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
my grandmother's 96. We have longevity. My grandmother's 96. My great grandmother died at 98.
Wow.
So, yeah, I know, right? And my grandmother's the biggest hypochondriac you have ever seen. If I'm lying, I'm dying. She has been dying, I mean, since I've been alive, and from what I hear, way before I was alive. And she is 96 and pissed off.
Oh my God.
Because, and then her friends will, like, sad to say, her friends will pass away, and she will, you know, we'll call her, or if we see it, and we'll, you know, ask her what happened, and she'll go, I don't know. What do you think happened? And we'll say she was 93.
Right.
And then she'll go, she moved in this, it's not assisted living, it's like a retirement community, and it's like she has a 2-bedroom condo, you know. And down the street from her is a pawn shop. And if y'all have ever been into a pawn shop, they've got the most beautiful jewelry.
Yep.
And they make jewelry. So she went into the pawn shop, which now she has to pass every day when she leaves to go to, you know, shop or bingo or wherever she's going. And she found this pair of diamond earrings when she was 94. And she put them on layaway. And I said, that is the ballsy I've ever seen in my life. A 94-year-old woman said, I'm putting these on layaway. Because she's, and I always say, if she dies, I'm not sure she's going to. You know, because she wants me to give her eulogy, right? And I'm the only granddaughter. If you don't count my gay cousin Todd, I'm the only granddaughter. And well, I mean, hey, and she told me a couple years ago, she said, well, you're gonna give my eulogy. And I'm like, no. And she was like, yeah, you are. I already have it all planned out. And I said, Grandma, you know, I will be, 1, devastated. 2, I have no filter. And 3, I've got a sick sense of humor. And she just smiled at me and go, and that's why you're giving my eulogy.
Oh my God, I love it. I absolutely
Yeah. So, yeah, isn't that, I mean, no pressure.
Yeah.
And then she said this, and this was so send me no flowers if y'all have ever seen it. She said, if you could get me a rough draft.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I said, okay, I'll try. And then you sit down to do it and you just can't. I can't do it. I cannot, you know, whip out a rough draft for her.
Right.
And so periodically she'll ask me, did you got any rough drafts? I'm like, no, this is going to be off the cuff. I might have an outline of points I want to make, but no, this is not going to be scripted, woman. And I'll probably be drunk too.
Well, I'm always crying. Somebody could die that's not even related to me or that I only heard about from second cousins, third time twice. And I just bawl. I have like no defenses up for grief. That's why I can't do grief counseling. Well, I just cry.
When my Uncle Ronnie died last summer, and I spoke at his funeral. That was the first funeral I ever spoken at, and it's there. And I thought I wasn't nervous, and I got it out without crying.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I did that. I just do. When you got to do it.
Yeah.
You just do it.
Don't think about it.
And I did. And I didn't think about it. They asked me to do it. I couldn't, I wasn't going to say no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. And I was like crying, and I started to speak, and I looked at my grandmother and my mom. And my Uncle Ronnie was by marriage. So I have uncles. And it was my 3 boy cousins. I had Terry, Todd, and Troy. So me and Troy are 6 Todds.
Wait a minute.
I think I was like the second one to. What?
You said, what'd you say the names of your 3? Terry, Todd, and
Troy.
Okay, that is so weird that you said that. I'm sorry, I just had like this huge deja vu. There was a family that lived down the road from us quite a ways, and they had a rhyme to remember all the children's names. Jeannie, Jeffrey, Johnny, Joy, Jeffrey, and Joy, the 6 little kids of Linda and Coy. And that was her
Oh.
That's just so weird. I had a flash when you said that like that. I was like, oh my God, she replaced the C's with T's.
Here's what Terry, Todd, and Troy get called. Trod.
Trod.
All of them are Trod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Todd, Terry, Todd. It's always Trod. And then my aunt is Jane. And she is Jane, and I'm just Shannon to everybody. So, yeah. Trod and Jane and Shajanan. Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
My grandmother, she did the same thing.
Yeah, I'm
interrupting you, and I'm sorry.
I call my kids the dog's name. I will look at my daughter and go, Lola. I'm Catherine, Mom. And I'm like, right, you are. No, you are. And then I've got Callister, who's my oldest, and Catherine, who's my youngest, right?
Mm-hmm.
That gets mixed up. And then I got the boy, which you can't really, he's John Vaughn. You can't really mess that up. And then Devin, my 23-year-old. So Catherine and Callister are always mixed up. That's just always going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then my daughter's got, oh yeah, this is great. Landon, Ryan, Killian, the ends.
Oh, the ends of the end.
Yeah, but I call them Buddy Boo, I Poppy, and Brick. So I don't really get them mixed up. So I don't talk about that. But anyway, look, guys, it's 10:06. We've been at it for 2 hours.
Alrighty.
I had fun.
Thank you.
Everybody had fun in there. Mama Beth's coming back. Iridium's coming back. Teresa, you are on the next panel.
Yay.
So get ready. Hectic, Beanie, you know what? You're on the next panel. We'll just have a huge panel. Hectic, Beanie, and Teresa. Steve, you've been in here with all these ladies. Has anybody tried to sexually harass you? I hope so.
He needs
yeah, I know, right? I had
Yeah.
somebody tried to pinch your butt, Steve. Um,
I can't find your
so
Shannon. If you can tell me what her Twitter name is, just DM me so I can
I
unblock
will.
her. I'm sorry.
I will.
Thank
Get
you
it
so
to you.
much for having me. And
I'll walk you through it, Teresa. It's very easy. I promise you. You could click off your thing. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. But you coming on, you are a wealth of knowledge we need to tap into. The movie we want to talk about it too is His Girl Friday. It's
Yeah.
on Twitter. I mean Twitter. Shit. It's on Netflix, but it's also on YouTube.
and
So
you can
you don't have to.
for
You
$2.99.
know, I hate it. Yeah, or you can rent it. So check that out. That's Cary Grant, Rosalind Russell, who, I mean, I think we're going to make a lot of Rosalind Russell fans, or people that didn't know they were Rosalind Russell fans will know who they are. No, they are now. And we'll do that on probably Wednesday. Can we do Wednesday
Sounds good. to me.
evening? Wednesday, like 8-ish? You think so? That sounds good.
Mm.
And we
Okay.
might come back, you know, Sunday night with another chit chat. I don't know. I
That'd
don't
be
know, ladies. Yeah. So I want to thank Mama Beth, and I want to thank Iridium and
Yay.
Teresa and Steve and everybody that came and everybody that left already. And if you're watching this, rewatching it, you know, Mama Beth, you were great.
Thank you. At least I wasn't
Iridium
talking
is always
about
beautiful. Knowing you're passionate about a subject, it's fun
Yeah.
to talk about. And I hope it was fun to listen to because y'all did. Sorry, people. But we're going to get hectic, and Teresa will walk you through it. It's not a problem. You don't even need a camera. No, you don't need no camera. We don't care what you look like.
It's all
As
good.
you see, my camera ain't up. I look a mess.
Ugh.
If I was to click my camera on y'all and say, please stop that shit. So, I love you guys, and it's been
Aw.
fun, and we'll do this again real soon. And I love you.
I found you,
Kiss,
Teresa.
kiss.
Thanks. Good night, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.